For my junior season, I decided to bet on myself. I transferred out of Memphis and now I'm here at Vandy in the SEC, the toughest conference in all of college football. Crazy enough, once word got out that I was coming to Vandy, so many recruits through the portal and coming out of high school also committed to the school. But before I even came here, they had some pretty decent guys at the skill position, like my boy Shep, a true #1 receiver, great hands, size, everything, speed, you name it. He has every tool of the trade. He's going to be my #1 receiver. I'm calling it early. And then on the opposite side, I got a guy like Jaden, who can kick into another gear, burn any secondary in the entire country and go for 6 on any given play. In week 1, we kicked things off in conference play against the number 22 ranked team in the nation at home. And I know I didn't mention him, but I cannot forget about my boy Quincy. He's a straight up baller. Here on 2nd and 12, I got to quiet the home crowd a little bit. They're a little excited that they got a real QB back here slinging that ball. We're rolling all the way to my right off 1 foot, throwing an absolute dime to my boy Jay in the end zone for the first touchdown. This year, I'm looking to have a more explosive season with my legs. Last season, I had over 700 yards rushing. This year, I'm aiming for at least 1,000. The first quarter's coming to an end, but here on 1st and 10, rolling out to my right, I do connect with him late, but I got my boy Quincy up the field wide open. Ole Miss took the lead before the second half. I'm going to do everything I can to lead us up the field and put us in the end zone to tie this one up before the second half. 1st and 10 from the gun, Jay is going to run a perfect corner route. I'm going to deliver this ball, putting us right in the red zone. Now here on 1st and goal, I'm reading this DN. He's going to bite on the fake handoff, and just like that, touchdown. We got a tie game. It's early here in the 3rd quarter, and why are we going for it here on 4th and 12? Because I believe in myself, my ability, and I believe in my guys. Jaden's going off, picking up 50 yards on this play. In recent years, fullbacks haven't gotten no love, but my boy Logan, a different breed. I find him here wide open. He's going to muscle his way in for the touchdown. We take the lead. Just over a minute left. 4th and 3, game on the line. They send the house, rolling out to my right, and before I can get the ball out to my boy Shep, I get hit hard. We take a loss here week 1. We're here in what's considered to be a guaranteed to win game, but I want more than that. I want a blowout, a real blowout. Against FCS East this week, I'm going to do it all. Red zone action with an option is king. I have no intentions on pitching this ball, muscling my way in, straight bully ball into the end zone. We take a 2-score lead. This linebacker and safety, they blitz, go untouched. I'm running for my life, but as I get hit, delivering a straight up dime to Will Shep for the 34-yard reception. Empty gun look here on 1st and 10. They only rush 4. I got Gamarion in the end zone open for the touchdown. We take a 3-score lead. That first quarter did everything we set out to do, to be the perfect example of dominance, and here in the second, looking to do more of the same. And speaking of more of the same, here in the red zone, read option, even if they didn't bite on the handoff, I'll probably still take the ball, bully my way in for it anyway. Touchdown. All throughout camp, I was calling my boy Quincy sweet feet. Look at the way he catch this ball, keep 2 feet in. We in college, my boy. All you need is 1. In the shotgun, play action, slight rollout to my right off 1 foot. Got my boy GC in the end zone, Gamarion Carter for touchdown number 2. At this point, we're just getting greedy. Empty gun look, nobody open, taking out to my right just before I get hit, going off script with my boy Jaden for a 60-yard reception, a big time play from a big time player. My vision for this game, wholeheartedly and honestly, was to dominate this first half to the point where I didn't even have to put my pads on for the second. After the read option right here works perfectly on 1st and 10, it's looking like my vision is going to become a reality. At half, jogging back to the locker room, coach let the starters know we're done. The second unit is going to do what they got to do and put this one to bed. Last week's win was cute, but now it's back to the grind. Conference play against a ranked opponent on the road. We not falling short today. Here in the gun, 3rd and inches, play action, surveying the field, taking off to my left, picking up the first down and some, making the guy miss. Let's get it. We're only in week 3, but we have yet to establish the run game. That's putting a lot more pressure on me and these receivers to make plays, but I'm up for the challenge. I'm going to step up to the plate. And more specifically, when it comes to the run game, our backs can't get going, but when it comes to me, I can take off at a moment's notice, getting in the end zone, scoring myself, touchdown. We go up 10-0. A pivotal 3rd and 12, dropping back, nobody's open, taking off, picking up the first and some, doing it all myself, damn near picking up 20 yards on this play. With a few of my main targets being covered all the way up the field, we need some other guys to step up, and right here, this beautiful corner route from London is exactly what I'm asking for. Big 25-yard chunk play. In the huddle, I let everybody know we can't rely on the same 1 or 2 guys to make plays. Everybody else got to step up and contribute to this offense, and Justin Ball heard me loud and clear. My tight end picks up a touchdown. We up 17-0. In the gun, here on 1st and 10, expert protection up front. Actually, with time to let my routes develop, I got my boy Quincy. He picks up 45, putting us right in SC territory. Today, it's a statement game to put the entire conference on notice. We're no longer the stepping stool for the SEC. Taking out to my right, diving into the end zone for a touchdown. We further our lead. We got 4th quarter action. SC's on the hunt, but I refuse to be the hunted. I'm gonna drop my head. I'm the one applying pressure. I'm picking up this first down, letting them know I won't fold. We coming out of here with this dub. With my lead, we've marched all the way down the field. With a little bit of play action here on 1st and 10, connecting for a 24-yard touchdown to my #1 guy is the definition of a successful drive. And what I say, a statement game. Defense made some plays. We got the ball back in the red zone. We find ourselves back in the end zone for another touchdown. Good night, South Carolina. My stat line on the day, video game like. I went crazy, but as a team, we let them boys know, yeah, this ain't that. With expectations for our team, our program rising after a huge win over South Carolina last week, a game against Georgia Southern is now seen as a must blowout game. We have to deliver. Every single week, my quarterback coach is on my head about bailing out of the pocket early. I got great protection up front, but it's just a bad habit I've developed ever since I came to college, period. But to me, it doesn't really make a difference. I always get the job done no matter what, whether I bail out the run, pass, it doesn't matter. Taking off here on 1st and goal, picking up the touchdown with my legs. 3rd and 8, I'm sliding out to my left. I got my boy Shep over the top wide open. I do deliver a dime, he gets hit, and it looks like a fumble, but after review, my boy ain't fumble. He was down by contact. In the top off an already fantastic drive, I got my boy 14 for a 14-yard touchdown reception. He did this drive all by himself. It's 2nd and 3. We're trying to cap off this first quarter in dominating fashion, taking off to my right, outrunning everyone, getting into that end zone untouched for the touchdown. We go up 21-0. Making a few adjustments at the line here in the gun, faking the handoff. This defensive end came in damn near untouched. I shed the block, take off to my left, picking up nearly 40 yards on this play, and we're back in the red zone. Down here in the red zone, running the read option. That just sounds like it's meant to be. And when I get all 240 pounds of my body going in full forward momentum, you can't stop me. Nobody can. 1st and 10 here, trying to put this game to bed before the second half so the second unit can come in and do what they do. I connect with my boy Quinn Skin. He gets the best of this corner, picking up the first and some. I truly believe my boy Jay Ball is one of the best tight ends in the country. His elite speed, his size, his hands, and ability to run routes is just unlike anything I've seen in a minute. Trying to put the cap on what I would deem a masterful first half. Looks like I got my fullback wide open in the end zone. Instead, it's one of the most oblivious picks I've ever thrown in my entire football career. The second unit is technically supposed to be taking over here in the second half, but if you think I'm finna walk out of here with a pick being my last play, you're crazy. I got my boy Jaden over the top for a perfect 50-yard bomb. Now we can check out of this game. My stat line on the day was nasty. Nearly 330 through the air, 151 on the ground, and 5 total touchdowns. And shout out to my boy Allen Wright on the defensive side of the ball. He did his thing too. As far as the Heisman watch goes, I'm the front runner, putting Vandy on the map and also letting everyone know I'm the best player in the nation. Didn't hear much from my boy London last week, but getting the ball to all of my playmakers, I mean everybody, is vital to our team's success. So I got to do it one way or another, some way, somehow. It's 1st and 10, run the play action. This defense bit hard, rolling out to my left slightly, and let me know when you find a quarterback who can deliver dots like this in the rain. As much as I want to get the ball to everyone equally, that's just not possible. Some guys are just better. Will is over here wide open, just seems to be unguardable at this point. 2nd and 10, dropping back to my right slightly, taking off. I got great blocks up front from my receivers, picking up 25 yards on the play, but getting body slammed by a DB. I ain't expect that. Throughout this first quarter, my offensive line has been sensational. Great protection up front. I connect with my boy JB, putting this ball in a crazy tight window, picking up the first down. And at this point, it just seems like the good continues to get better. Dropping back to my left, even though all of the routes on the field are going to my right, and Will is wide open in the end zone with 2 DBs on this trail. He's just nasty. Honestly, we're underperforming here in the first half against UAB. Only up 4 points. We need to kick it up into that next gear that I know we're capable of. Under 20 seconds left here on 3rd and goal. I'm gonna connect with my boy Cam to pick up the touchdown to go up 11, but coming into the second half, we're gonna be a new team, trust me. We came out here in the 3rd quarter moving kind of slow with little to no momentum, but we get some of that back here on 3rd and 2 as I connect with Jaden for damn near 30 yards. A scoreless 3rd quarter is not what I expected. We couldn't get it done through the air on the ground, but here on 1st and 10 to kick out the 4th quarter, I'm taking out to my right, outrunning this entire defense, flipping it to the end zone. That's how you step up and ball. And speaking of how you ball, I connect with my boy Justin Ball here on 2nd and 10 in the end zone for another touchdown. Not the blowout I wanted, but a blowout indeed. We walk out of here with a W. After a dominating win, we find ourselves ranked number 23 in the nation. Hopping back into conference play this week, we can definitely find ourselves moving up the ranks again. This is easily the toughest defense we've faced so far this season. Undefeated Mizzou, this is a big time game. Under center here on 1st and 10, rolling out to my right, taking off, muscling my way through guys, picking up the first down, 19 yards on this play. Mizzou's secondary has been trying to lock things down, but one thing they can't stop is me. 3rd and 1, taking off, one guy standing between me and the touchdown. I try to go over top, and somehow I'm marked short. After coming down crazy on that play, I had to head to the sideline to get some extra tape on my ankle, and then coach had the audacity to look at me and ask that I want to check back in. I looked at him crazy. Is that a real question? Under center here on 1st and 10, got to quiet the home crowd a little bit, dropping back, sitting in the pocket comfortably, connecting with my main man for a 22-yard snag. Dropping back, surveying the field, rolling out to my left a bit, and as soon as I get in trouble, my guy, Justin Ball, is wide open to pick up the big play, 27 at that. Haven't had much of a connection with my wide receiver 3 these last couple of weeks, but I got my boy London in the end zone open for a touchdown to take the lead. First half is coming to an end. We're trying to go into that locker room with a 2-score lead. I'm going to do everything I can to lead my guys into that end zone. We got to get it done. In the gun here on 1st and 10, dropping back, and And anytime I call on my dog J Ball, he's going to answer every single time. We secured a 2-score lead going into the second half. This third and fourth quarter, crucial. It's not always about how you start. We started well. It's about how you finish. We got to see it through. With our foot on their necks, applying straight pressure. I'm going to connect with Will here on 2nd and 11. He's going to play bully ball, running through this defensive back, getting into the end zone. We go up 3 scores. A demoralizing win this week in conference play over an undefeated Mizzou team. We stepped up and balled out against one of the better defenses we're going to face all season. That's how you ball. That's how you play. That's how you execute. After getting ranked just last week, we go from number 23 to the top 20, and we're currently sitting at 5-1. 72 yards shy of 2,000 passing yards on the season, but Will Rogers with 2,400 closing in on 25 is absolutely insane. He's in a world of his own right now. Just last year, this Georgia team, national champions, currently ranked as the number 8 team in the nation. Getting the win today will be monumental for this school. It's 1st and 10, making some adjustments at the line based on what I see, putting this ball in a bucket to my boy Quincy, putting us in the red zone. I'm understanding individually what my guys specialize in, and in these short distance situations, London is my go-to. 1st and 10, dropping back as deep as I could possibly go to extend this play, and off script is my boy Jaden up the field, open for an explosive 50-yard play. 1st and 10, empty gun look, gotta quiet the home crowd a little bit, and if it's not gonna be London, it's Justin. They both find a way to get loose here in the red zone, some way, somehow. I love it. 2nd and 2, play action, surveying the field, nobody's open. Now I scramble to my left, I shed one tackle, I pull off a crazy spin move, but I get so hard going out of bounds, I fumble. Back in the red zone with another chance to take the lead before going into the second half, and who else? Justin Ball for his 2nd touchdown of the day. That boy is balling. In every game we've played so far in that second half, I become a different beast. Trying to convert here on 3rd and 18, I'm taking off to my right. I violate multiple defenders here in traffic, taking off to the end zone untouched, diving in. That's what I call a true Heisman moment. In the gun here on 1st and 10, an unexpected cornerback blitz, taking off with him hot on my trail off 1 foot up the sideline. Perfect accuracy to my boy Quincy, picking up 32 yards. I'm a different breed. Back here for yet another trip in the red zone. 3rd and 3, dropping back in the gun. I got my boy Jaden in the back of the end zone, wide open, completely uncovered. After the day, we're definitely going to wake up anybody that's still sleeping on us as a team. Offensively, we straight up dominated one of the, if not the best defense in all of college football. A&M sitting at 4-3 is crazy, but it's a conference game. We got to come out here to ball. Here on 2nd and 12, there's no better way to start a game than an 85-yard catch and run to my boy London for a huge touchdown. Tie game here in the gun on 3rd and 5. I'm going to connect with Quincy right across the middle, picking up 30 on this play. Being a dual threat quarterback, especially in the SEC, always plays out to my advantage. You got to respect my arm. You have no choice, but I'm just as deadly with my legs. 2nd and 10, back in the gun, dropping back with forever and a day to get rid of this ball. And just as I'm about to get sacked, I got London up the numbers for a huge play, putting us over the 50. We typically end our halves off on a strong note. Here on 2nd and goal. Nothing's going to change. We're going to take off to the right, drop my shoulder, roll into the end zone. We take the lead. Not the greatest start to the second half, but once I begin to connect with a few of my other big time playmakers, we can really gain that momentum and take over this game. Now a hefty 3rd and 26, dropping back, extreme pressure in my face, taking off to my right. I miss Will wide open because I don't want to make a terrible pass, but at this point, I'm just heaving it out there. JB's out there somewhere. He picks up 31 yards on the play. Taking the snap from the gun here on 1st and 10, and the wide side of the field is completely vacant. Taking off, going untouched, diving in to take the 2-score lead. The back end of the 3rd and the entire 4th quarter, this A&M defense had us strapped. We couldn't move the ball to save our lives. Now I got to go down here, lead my team to a miracle game-winning drive. Under 40 seconds left, all 3 timeouts, play action. I told JB, I need you, boy. This is your time to shine. Make a name for yourself. And I connect on my dog, picking up the 1st down, and he gets out of bounds. It's 1st and 10. We're nearly in field goal range. And even though I got a few guys open, I don't want to take the risk whatsoever. I'm taking off myself, picking up the 1st, sliding down. Let's get it. The game is in the hands, or should I say the foot, of our kicker, Jacob Borsilia, who just barely nails this field goal to send us home with the win. 320 yards passing, 4 total touchdowns, and I led my guys down the field to put us in field goal range to walk out of here with the W. That's how you do it. Growing up, even though I'm from Texas, I was a huge Gator fan, pretty much my dream school, and to be here in the packed out swamp playing against them, this means a lot to me. 2nd and 3 here in the gun, we got play action, connecting with my boy Quincy to pick up the easy 1st down. Now here, under center, they got 8 in the box. They finna send the house at me, but with great protection up front and me rolling out to my left, I got my boy JB, Mr. Always Available, wide open for the touchdown. My big guys up front are doing a fantastic job holding their own against this ferocious defensive line. Slightly rolling out to my right, connecting with Jaden, picking up the 1st down. Back in the Gator territory, territory in the gun play action. The name you haven't heard much, my boy Pat Smith breaking off his route, going upfield wide open, picking up a huge play, putting us back in the red zone. So far this season, we've ran through just about every good team in the SEC besides Bama, but my guys in blue and orange, they're no different. We got to come out here and we got to eat. As for our defense, them boys came to play. Keeping the top 20 ranked team scoreless throughout the first quarter is absolutely insane. I love to see it. Let's get it. It's first and goal, and these fans got the swamp rocking, but I'm not easily rattled. Dropping back to my right, and on cue is my boy J-Mac for the tug. Clock still running, all 3 timeouts, and we're still in kill mode. And over the top, I got the speeds to my dog Jaden for a 53-yard catch and run to take a 4-score lead, up 28-0 at the half. Been carving them up through the air the entire day. My guys have done a great job getting open, so I think it's about time I remind them that I am a true dual threat, getting loose with my legs, picking up a huge first down. 3rd and 10, dropping back, rolling out to my right, and if this DB was conscious of where this ball was at, this probably would have been a pick, but shout out to my boy JB for making this huge 48-yard catch. Back here in the red zone at the end of the 3rd quarter, trying to put a cap on an already dominating win, rolling out to my right, taking off untouched, diving into the end zone. I get up letting everybody know in this stadium, this game is over. More conference play this week at the crib against one of the worst teams in the conference, but definitely a team you cannot sleep on. 1st and 10, under center, play action, heavy rollout to my left, on the run with a perfect dot to my boy London for the big 34-yard reception. One of the slowest starts to a game we've ever had, a very uneventful first quarter on our part. We just got to take what the defense gives us at this point. But a scoreless first quarter, that's not an option. Read option from 32 yards out, putting a move on the DB, taking this one all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Let's get it. All right, now, second half, it's time to do what we do best, cook up, turn up the heat. And got my boy Jaden here on 1st and 10, picking up 19. We got red zone action, 1st and goal, making a few adjustments at the line, and the wide side of the field is just there. Free real estate, taking off end zone, touchdown. Here on 3rd and 8 with the intentions to turn our 2-score lead into 3, dropping back in the gun, I got my boy JB, and I don't know how he didn't turn this one up into the end zone. And now down here on the 1-yard line, there's an assault on God's green earth who's going to stop me from getting into that end zone. Okay, you got some fight in him. Here on 2nd and 10, play action, dropping it down to my boy Jaden. I kind of set him up here, but he does hold on to the ball. 1st and 10, dropping back, and a name you haven't heard much of who's supposed to be my #1 receiver, my boy Will Shep, with a beautiful toe tapping touchdown. 1, our defense took the day off, or 2, Kentucky really came to ball today. Here on 1st and 10, taking off to my right, picking up the first down and some. We got to get in and lock down this win. Clock still running, play action. You know exactly who's going to be open. That boy runs a filthy route. JB for the touchdown. Watching the final play from the sideline. Devin Leary is going to launch this one upfield, and if our guy wasn't in position, this probably would have been a touchdown. We barely survived Kentucky. The only 10 I see is us being ranked number 10 in the entire nation. I connect with my boy Shep here on 1st and 10. Back here in the gun, surveying the field, nothing but free real estate open to my right. Taking off, getting to the end zone for a 24-yard scamper, touchdown. Under center here on 1st and 10, play action. And with our receivers crossing paths and a bunch of DBs in the area, I don't know where Buddy came from, but if you're going to catch a pick on me, you're definitely going to pay the price. Now back here on 1st and 10 after throwing a terrible pick. At this point, I don't even want to put the ball in the air. I want to impose my will by running the ball because I know nobody can't stop me. And word around the country is my boy Shep done took a back seat. He's no longer that guy. He's not the #1 receiver, but he has something else to say this week against Tennessee, over the top for a big time touchdown. 2nd and 2, dropping back. I got a few guys out there, but that pick has really scarred me. Taking off, picking up the first down and some. Let's get it. Now here in the red zone, 2nd and goal, surveying the field, knowing good and well I have no intentions on passing this ball. Taking off, big boy thought he had an angle. You're too slow, my guy. There's too much speed. It's late here in the 3rd quarter, and I have to do everything I possibly can to reinsert my dominance, regain my confidence, but most importantly, lead us to a conference win. Now it's the 4th quarter, close game. This is where it all matters. Connecting with my boy Shep, picking up the first. Let's move them chains. 1st and goal, and with every single route being covered, not a soul open on this field. I'm gonna take off and do what I've been doing all day, dominating in the run game, getting into the end zone untouched to further our lead. Now with the chance to put this game away here on 1st and 10, play action, dropping back, rolling out to my right, got my boy Shep wide open down the field. He's gonna walk in and take us home with a W. 266 through the air, 100 plus on the ground, 5 total touchdowns. Yeah, that's how you ball on the road. Black and gold on black and gold crime, dropping back here deep on 1st and 10, connecting with my boy Jaden. I thought I set him up for the kill, but that DB ain't hitting like that. He on 1st and goal, and at this point, that play action is just as powerful as the read option. Once I fake that handoff, I got free will to do whatever I want. Taking off to my right, touchdown. Back here in the red zone on 1st and goal, under center, dropping back, got a beautiful route from my boy Jay, picking up a touchdown. We take a 2-score lead. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's packed out at the crib today. This home crowd is extremely loud, but you know the drill. Play action, roll out to my right off 1 foot, beautiful beautiful dime to my boy London H for the touchdown. We up 3 scores just in the first quarter. Empty gun look here on 1st and 10, and as soon as I roll out, I see my boy Shep in the flats open just a little bit too late, but on the bright side, I do pick up the first down. It's kind of wild. The second quarter alone, our 3-score lead quickly turned into 1. That Wake Forest offense is starting to move that rock, but so are we. We gonna get into the end zone before the half ends, trust me. And that perfection I spoke of before the half, absolutely impossible. I take a terrible sack and safety here on 1st and 10. I should have just handed the ball off. With the third quarter coming to an end, play action here on 1st and 10, I connect with my boy Justin in stride. He turns us up the sideline and straight up manhandles their secondary. We have the lead, but we gotta keep our foot on their necks. Read option down here in the red zone is cake, and I don't care what you say, this DB got away with a cheap late hit. With plenty of time left in the fourth, per usual, we do have the lead, but this game is not out of reach. But when I need a game-breaking play, I'm gonna call on that number 1, Big Shep, for the huge play. 2nd and 10 under center, taking the snap, play action. I don't know how many touchdowns my dog got on the season, but at this point, he might be top 5 for the Biletnikoff. Touchdown, London Humphreys. Don't get me wrong, I trust our defense, but going for 2 right now is the smarter option just in case they score. And I get an opportunity here off the read option to completely flatline the DB. If you would have told me in the beginning of this season that we'd be number 5 in the nation, 11-1 competing in the SEC championship game, I believe you. Me and the guys work hard. We bust our tails for this opportunity. But against Bama, hands down, the toughest defense we've faced all season. One of the toughest defenses in all of college football. They coming at me full speed. They ain't letting up. A scoreless first quarter. Both defenses came to play a straight up defensive battle, but some way, somehow, we got to find a way to get it done. 1st and 10, taking the snap, dropping back, and it's like a horror scene in front of me. 2 humongous defensive linemen coming at me full speed, delivering a straight up dime off my back foot to my boy JB for 35. 1st and 10, empty gun looking, completely unexpected, a cornerback blitz, and not only does he get the strip sack, but they scoop, and he takes it all the way back to the crib for the score. They strike first. This defense is like nothing I've ever seen before, and I've said this multiple times throughout the season, but this is a true statement game. How we respond as a team is season defining. Down here in the red zone for the first time in this entire half, taking the snap, and I got my boy Shep, my number 1 receiver, in the end zone for the touchdown. Let's get it. 3rd and inches, currently down 1 score here in the 3rd quarter, and with this defense having everything across the field strapped, I'm gonna use my God-given ability to get up the field and get down before I get clapped. It's 4th quarter, and we all know what kind of beast I turned into in that 4th quarter, and I don't care who we playing, Bama, Spammer, Damma, I don't give a damn. I'm turning up, I'm going crazy. Let's lock in. Made our way back into the red zone, and here on 1st and goal in the back of the end zone is my boy London Hum for the touchdown. We tied this game. Let's go. Bama went down and only put up 3. Now is our chance to get down, get in the end zone, and really sway this game in our favor, and I'm gonna do that any way possible, through the air, on the ground, no matter what it takes is getting done. 2nd and 10 in the gun, play action, dropping back so deep. If I take this sack, this can be game altering, but as I'm getting hit, you talk about the dime of all dimes to my boy William Shepard for the touchdown. And as expected, Bama responded. Now down 1 point, 19 seconds left on the clock with all 3 timeouts. We got to make it happen. This is it. In the huddle, I had to let my guys know, calm down. It's our time. This is our moment. We're built for this. We work for this. I got my boy JB cross the middle, picking up the first down. Jacob Borsilia an opportunity to put this game away and become a legend here in the SEC championship. They take the snap. The kick is up. Me and the guys this season, we defeated all odds, overcame every expectation, every limitation that was set on us at the beginning of the season, but we fell just short to a very well coached, very dominant Bama team. Coming in from Memphis to the worst team in the SEC, nobody thought we would compete as a team, and nobody thought I would win the Heisman Trophy. But now I'm left with a decision. Do I return from my senior season to dominate? Or do I go take my chances in the league?